Greetings, everyone. In this video, we'll cover a chess game that I played using the Pegasus system, which you can find with Pegasus Chess on YouTube. Jonas Van Dale is the amazing teacher and coach, and I love this new opening, the Pegasus opening. And obviously, there's no really new openings, but this opening wasn't highly explored in the past. So here is how to use the Pegasus chess opening that I've had a lot of success with. Been able to bring my elo up. So here we go. The first move is d4, which is part of the Pegasus chess. And you're going to work hard to protect this square. You don't want your opponent to take a position on e5. So then they go to protect this. I mean, they attack the center with d5, very normal move, and then you get your knight up, and your knight, of course, is getting ready to castle, but also you're looking right at the square e5 and making sure that that is well protected. So then they go, and they're looking right at e5 here, and you're looking at there. So you're equaling it out. So you get your other knight out, and this knight in front of the queen is the hallmark of the Pegasus system. And you'll see the other moves that are hallmarks as well. Now he gets his bishop up, which is looking right through here. What I didn't realize is he wanted to bring his knight down and fork my king and my rook. Another thing that I'm doing along with the Pegasus system is I'm using the CCTO system, which is checks, captures, threats, CCT, and then optimize. So you look for checks. Can you check them? Can they check you? And then captures. Can you capture anything? Can they capture anything? And then are there any threats that you need to be concerned about? And then if you don't see anything, just optimize. So I missed that. I was too much of a hurry, getting excited about doing another Pegasus chess opening for white. And I get this pawn up to protect this pawn, which I like to do. And you'd like to have both pawns on the center, but that doesn't happen very often. So they copy me pretty much. And then this other pawn is the hallmark for the Pegasus system. Now, there's an error here because this knight is going to come down and going to cause me trouble here. I should have done something to prepare for that, and I could have done it. But I just didn't see it. So watch out. Watch out for this attack. So he gets the queen out, which actually puts me a little more of an advantage. And then I get my queen out, and I'm looking to take this pawn, which is part of the Pegasus system. You get your queen out to take that pawn if they don't defend it, or there's another option as well, but that's one of the main lines. So he castles, and I can't take the pawn. So then I just get my pawn up, and what I should have done, absolutely should have done, is I should have taken my bishop here. It was protected by my queen. He would have either had to take, and then I would have taken. If he had taken and I had taken, then the knight wouldn't have. He could have come down and caused trouble for me, but it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been the same thing. I could have come here and threatened him as well. But it didn't happen that way. I got the pawn up just once. I was thinking of protecting my knight. Why? My knight was already protected by my other knight and also a pawn. I mean, if worse came to worse, I could mess up my pawn structure over my castled king, which isn't the end of the world. But at any rate, he goes here, and then I am one move away from having trouble. I should have castled, but I didn't. I thought I would kick the knight away. That was a bad move on my part. I didn't do checks, captures, and threats. So he comes down and he forks me, and I'm just, I'm frustrated as can be. I think, I'm going to lose the game. So I move my king out of the way, which, I can't castle anymore. He takes my rook, and I think, man, I don't want him to get away with this. How can I capture him? And it would have been easy for me to capture him, but I didn't do it. I got too complicated trying to take care of that knight. So we make some moves. He moves his king out of the way, obviously to protect that pawn. I moved my queen here, which gave me visibility to that pawn. He protects it with his king. So I put my bishop down, and I'm going to work to get the knight. That's really my main focus right now. And I put this pawn up, and gives me, some more visibility into the center of the board. And then he puts me in check, and also, you know, uh, attacks that pawn at the same time. Of course, it's protected by my knight, but still, very frustrating. So I get my bishop in the way, which I thought was a better move, and that was actually the best move according to the engine. And you can see that my black has the advantage. Look at the progress bar; it's insane. And so then he moves out of the way, threatens my queen, and I have to move my queen up again. I moved my queen I don't know how many times. He moves his queen over, which is considered a good move. And then I put my bishop up. Finally, I'm going to get a chance to take this annoying knight that took my rook. And he moves it out of the way so I can take it. Notice that I'm 5 points behind. That's the value of the rook. So I take, he takes. Finally, I get rid of that knight out of my territory. And then I take an outpost on e5, which I really love to do. And I'm threatening his queen at the same time. He gets his queen out of the way. And then I begin to advance. I think, well, if I can advance all my pawns and get up here and cause trouble for his king, maybe I can win anyway. Of course, his queen has visibility down here. His rook, can do all kinds of things as well. And he has a knight that can come play as well. So he's got a lot of, and of course his bishop. So he's got a lot of things to keep me from winning by checkmate. But he gets his bishop up, and I realize the only defender of the bishop is the queen. So I think if I put my knight here, I get a free pawn, and he'll have to take it with his queen, and then I'll get a free bishop. A lot of times tactics like that just don't work. We try them and they don't work. This time it did. I took the pawn, which made me even lower in the advantage. He took it and I took, and it didn't really help help anything. I still have 4 points down instead of 5 points down right now. So he puts his knight down, and I thought, well, no problem. I'll just kick his knight. And I moved my pawn up, not realizing that my king, this queen, had that pawn pinned. I couldn't move that pawn. How frustrating is that? So the queen moved down. I don't know why, because I realized that I had a possible chance of my bishop attacking the queen if I moved this pawn out of the way. So I kind of had my eye on that as a possibility. And then I moved my king out of the way. But I should have moved it the other direction, I guess, because he put me in check. I had to move to threaten him. And I thought, I have his queen in threat, and I have his knight in threat. Surely I'm going to get one or the other of those pieces. But it didn't happen that way. He took, and I realized if I took with my pawn, I would lose my rook. How frustrating. And then I would be in check and I could run away with the king, but I'd be in even worse shape than I am right now. And I was thinking, I want to get the queen up here and checkmate the king somehow. I need to do something. And yet I was feeling pretty bad about this game. So he took my rook. I did an analysis and thought I could advance the pawn. I got my king out of the way so that hopefully I wouldn't get checked again. He took my pawn, and that's a blunder. And notice the bar over here. Who has the advantage? I have all the advantage. It's crazy the advantage that white has right now. So I move here so that he can't take my pawn. And if he had just made a random move, it would have been checkmate. But he didn't do that. He moved his pawn up, which is a pretty decent move, except that enabled me to go here, and I could have put him in checkmate. So he really didn't have anything he could do. If he just could go up here, whatever. It wouldn't make any difference because it would be checkmate. Nothing he can do about that. So instead of that, he resigned the game. But that's a fantastic game, and I urge you to take a look at the Pegasus system for white and see what you think of it. I'd like to know in the comments if you've tried it, and if it's gained you some elo. It's gained me some elo, which I'm very excited about. and and I'm not going to attribute this game to Pegasus because I made so many mistakes, but you can see the value of that game as well. And take a look at Pegasus Chess channel and see what you think and how you like that as well. So thank you so much for watching. And if you're at this point, I sure hope that you've already subscribed. And I ask you to subscribe and like and comment and share. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.